Welcome back to Alma, Missouri for episode 18, where the question being asked is, am I sweet enough? It's 10:33 here on Alma, Missouri. Rain is coming, but I've got a ploughing job that came up and I just couldn't refuse it. Because you know what I'm like. For contracts, 48,488. Field 30, it's a fair size field. Then I suddenly thought, oh, I bought 2 cultivators, I don't actually have a plough, do I? So I decided I'd lease one. The lease cost was 3,000. And I've got a front weight for 60 something. So even taking that into account, I'm still going to make about 45 grand, which is a result. So I thought, well, let's go big. So I've gone for this. The Lizard SM22. There is a bigger one, but this should make fairly light work of it. Still a big field. It's going to take a little while, but the only problem I've got is getting this down the road. All I've got to do is get past the first bit of main road. I think it might even be too wide for that. I'm trying to think, is there another way I could go? Whether I can go out and round by the railroad tracks. If I can just get onto that field, maybe, then I haven't got to go out on the road at all. I think there might be trees in the way though. I'm not even sure I can get through the gap. This should probably go onto a trailer, a low load or something like that. It's one of those ones, big American map, big American fields, no problem at all, I'll get something big, then say for, oops. Well, I mean, it's going to be bounce it over that. Oh, okay. Just damaged it a little bit. I've just got a... There's no train coming at the moment, is there? Just bump along the track a little bit. Just to there. That's all I've got to do. Nice, right. What I could do with is taking out... I don't own the land there actually, do I? Or do I? No, I bought the facilities but not the land. Let's double check that. Where are we? Bonk. No. How much is that plot? 43, is that all? Okay. Just wondering whether or not if we buy that, whether or not the fence there, I could remove some sections of fence. That would make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? Anyway, I just thought I'd show this. I was going to skip ahead because, you know, I want to get to the next bits with more contracts available and maybe some harvesting work and stuff like that. But this was too good to refuse at that price. Plus I get a chance to use a big old bit of kit like this. I probably didn't need to get the front weight, but it did seem a little bit back heavy, which, as you can imagine, it would be, judging by the size of it. So heading down to field 30. Which is a little bit further along. Mind the signs. You know how that goes. I get letters, I get phone calls from the police, I get bills sent to me. Here we go. How's everyone doing? Everyone alright today? All good? It is Thursday. I have been tipped the wink. I don't know whether this is going to post actually. This hopefully will get done today. I've been tipped the wink that we had no mods Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on console. On Tuesday. There were some mods on PC, and DJ is very good. There may have been a brief pause there. Apologies if there was. MrSealyp just came out to. I had a card left the other day for. Please work. There we go. For a special delivery, guaranteed delivery from Royal Mail. I was in the man cave and MrSealyp was up in the lakes with her aunt, so I missed it. So they said they'd re-deliver it, and of course, as luck would have it, the day they tried to re-deliver it, MrSealyp was back from the Lake District, but she was in London at work, and I was in the man cave. So they've re-delivered it just now. I want to give a massive shout out to Snork Wilkins. Thank you. I met Snork Wilkins at Llama. Snork likes his Lego, but also there's the companies that bring out Lego-ish sets and my own creation sets and that kind of stuff with instructions or whatever. And he was talking to MrSealyp and showed me some videos. He's got a battery-powered John Deere. Oh, it is amazing. Just wow. 9 RX. Yeah, and so he sent me a Lego set. I've just turned up in the post, so thank you, Snork. I really do appreciate it. And your lovely wife, thank you very much, both of you, for sending us the Lego set. MrSealyp, you're right, she does like it. She's a big fan of red tractors, although she loves a Deutz-Fahr, as you saw from the video. If you watched the Llama video, she's a bit of a sucker for a Deutz-Fahr. I did say to her, when we go to FarmCon this year at Fent, that will change, because then she'll fall in love with Fents, and then I've got her hooked now. Every time we go anywhere and she sees new tractors, she falls in love with them. So, you know, she's getting the tractor bug, which is really cool. But yeah, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. I really do appreciate that. It's very cool. I will get that built at some point. But anyway, as I was saying, so DJ has you know, contacts at Giants, and he messaged me the other day and said there's no mods today, but it looks like Thursday is going to be a repeat of last Friday. So apparently no mods Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but today, potentially Thursday, we're going to be absolutely hammered again. Now Friday was 60 plus mods, 38 updates. Don't know if I can do that again without having a breakdown. It was horrendous. But anyway, we'll see if it's the same or more. It's more, honestly, I can't. Just the thought of it, I'm getting palpitations. Anyway, so yeah, so potentially later on today we could have part 1 of a mod review. I'm assuming it will go into part 2. They did also drop, was it a map or 2 maps as well, the same day last week as well, which, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I will get on it if I can, and we'll get cracking. But yeah. And anyway, update as well. Thank you to Gary that messaged me when I was talking about my internet and the guys coming out to do the work on it. What an absolute palaver! Now, apparently it's fibre optic. Well, as Gary said, he thought fibre optic was all underground. But so anyway, they spent a few hours. New box on the outside of the house, ran the cables all inside, sorted it all out, new box, router and stuff indoors, and then they had this big cherry picker thing. The guy was up on the telegraph pole opposite our house, so they ran the cable up the house to the roof, and then the cable went out across to the telegraph pole out the front. So I came in, MrSealyp was dealing with it all because I was working, I was in the man cave, chugging away on my videos, and came in and said, is it all done? She said, no, she said, it's your typical, I won't use the word she used, but apparently the node, the box that all of the cables come into, you have so many of them in the street, and prior to them coming there was supposed to be a new node fitted directly opposite on the telegraph pole where the cable was running to. That hadn't been done. Now bearing in mind they messaged us and said, look, we can do this upgrade, we'll sort it all out, blah blah blah. Next available date they could give us was 2 months away, which was the other day. So the guy said to MrSealyp, unfortunately the node box isn't there, and the cable, to run the cable down the road to the nearest one, it's just too much cable. We can't run it. So another crew will be back in a couple of days to fit a new node box, and then they'll hook up the cable because it's already there, and it'll all be up and running. So I said to MrSealyp, isn't it lucky that I've got the second internet connection? I know it's very first world problems, and it's that thing of, oh, lucky for you, you've got two. I mean, I have to pay for it. It's not lucky. We had our first one originally, and it worked really, really well until I started YouTubing, and you know, once I'm on it, and then all the kids are on it, MrSealyp's on it, and everyone's in the evenings, it was horrendous. It just wouldn't run. And then the upload speed was so slow, it was taking forever to upload videos. So I made the call, look, I'm going to have to pay for a separate internet connection just for doing my job, just for doing my YouTubing. And I said, it's lucky we had that, because to just say that, oh, sorry about that, you know, they'll be back in a couple of days. For me personally, that would have been me no internet for 2 days, right? So I spoke to MrSealyp last night. We were having dinner, and I said, oh, what's the word on the because she was in London yesterday. So what's the word on the internet? And she said, don't even get me started. She rang them up, and they said, give us a couple of weeks. The engineers should be able to get out and put the new box up. Once that's done, we'll send another crew out to connect it. So again, could you imagine 2 weeks without it? That's just, in this day and age, and especially since all the COVID stuff and lockdowns, and a lot of people work from home now. A lot more people than ever did work from home, because companies realise very quickly we can save ourselves a fortune. I've had this conversation before, I've talked about it before. Because a lot of businesses and offices were shut during the lockdowns, and people working from home, and those companies still continued to operate. And then companies started saying, well, why are we paying for an office? Why are we paying for cleaners? Why are we paying for all the staff to come in? Why are we paying big electricity bills and heating bills and all those kind of things? Where if we could get our staff to work at home, or we downsize our office, like my wife's company does, they rotate staff in and out. So not everyone's in all the time. So maybe a third of the office is in one day, then the third the next day, and they roll through a cycle. So with more people working at home, can you imagine not having an internet connection for 2 weeks? You know, I get it in that kind of context of, you know, we are beholden to it. We've become a society of people that, you know, like, I don't know if I probably have said it before, but a long time ago, there was a brilliant little meme that went up a while back saying, imagine if trees gave us internet connection rather than oxygen. Maybe we wouldn't cut so many down. And I thought it was very clever. It was very clever. And it's true. We are completely, you know, addicted to it, obsessed by it. But for things like work and jobs and the world we live in now, it's essential. It is that essential thing, isn't it? So yeah, it's been a funny old few days. Oh dear, it's all good fun, isn't it? Until someone loses an internet connection. Anyway, even though this is massive, it's a big field. It's going to take me a while still. But even though it's going to take me a while, with a net profit of, what would I say, about 45 grand? Like I said, not to be sniffed at. So I will see you when I'm done. I know I've waffled again, but that's what I do. Just keeping you up to date with what's going on. And I'll see you in a little while. Once this is done, probably be into, well, I'll be May 2 or June, depends if any other contracts come up. I want to get this done before it rains at least, so we don't get bogged down. Okay, as you've seen, ploughing contract was complete. I've picked up a sowing contract for the same field for carrots, so I'm going to have to lease a planter for that. It doesn't say it needs ridging doing, so I guess it would just be a case of just getting the planter and doing it. Our daily deliveries are beginning. I'm bringing my sugar, butter and tomatoes to the respective points, and then I'll bring out the rest of the stuff, so the money will go up again as it usually does once we've completed our daily deliveries. Now, I said about sugar. I'm going to put in a little sugar facility to replace the one I've got. The one I've got has got all that sugar beet in it, so we're going to transfer that sugar beet over into the new one, because if I just remove the building, we'll lose all that sugar beet, and there's a lot of sugar beet in there. And the other thing I want to do, we've got 100 I want to say 129,000. How much is it? Where's our products? And if we go to... There, we've got 129,628 litres of slurry from the cows, which is just sitting there. Now, I could use it as fertiliser, but again, is there a production that I could utilise that to either make something else, or I wonder if actually is there a facility that I can make? Or I could just sell it. 129,000 litres. There was the slurry store. Was it MrSealyp? Maybe get one of those. I'm just thinking there's a lot there. It's sort of money tied up. I'm not using it, so it would make sense to utilise it for something. You notice a little bit the sugar's gone down. It's 916, not 1,000 litres. That's because I drove past my new juice factory, and it took a little bit of it. So that's why I need to sort the sugar situation out. That's those gone, and then we'll sort out the tomatoes. But as we can also see, there you go. Plus the cornbread. There we go. There's our sweet cornbread. So we've got our regular cornbread. We've got sweet cornbread. Our bread's being produced. Everything. Oh, I know I say every single episode, but everything is ticking over. It's working really well. We run around our productions, do our deliveries. I could set them all to selling directly, but you'll lose a bit of money. I don't mind spending the time doing it. Go and check out tomato ketchup, drop this off, and I'll bring the other stuff up to sell. And then we'll sort out, I'll have a look and see about the slurry situation. Because there might be a production, I'm just trying to think. But I've got a little sugar factory, I guess, yeah. It's all in one. I'm only going to use it for sugar. That being said, I'll have a look, because if there's something on there we'll take slurry, then maybe we could use that. 25 grand, and we'll place it somewhere slightly differently. Oh, that's interesting. Did I... Curious. Oh, you muppet. When did I turn that off? How did I turn that off? It shouldn't have been turned off. I'm thinking, we've got water in here. We had a load of tomatoes I dropped off yesterday. Why is there no tomato ketchup? Never mind. Close that back up. Another dull moment. Sorry about that, chaps. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to whiz down to the store. I won't be able to bring it with this, but I think if I bring the trailer up with the tractor, leave this up here, and then I can switch over the trailer and the tractor to pick up the root crop seeder. Let's put in there. Go and leave some of these. So we want vegetable technology. We'll go for the larger one because obviously, well, no, not that. That's the ridger. Lease that 2626. I think the contract is another one pays 40 odd grand, something like that. Where was it? Did I go past it? Of course it did. There you go, 46308. So even with the little bit that I've just leased that for, we'll get some seed in it. I'll get that going. So what I'll do, I'll bring up to the rest of my deliveries, and I'll swap over the tractor and the pickup. I'll take all these bits and bobs, get all these all sold, and then when I get back to the farm, we'll see about this sugar thing. Transferring over is a, it's what's the word for it? Tenuous, but it's all good. Oh, I've got to walk back now, haven't I? Oh, hang on, I wonder. No. What I'll do, when I bring the tractor back up with the trailer on, I'll put that on the front. So it's walking back, doesn't it? I'm wondering actually whether or not to put the sugar factory up here. If I bought this plot of land, that's the price, 25 grand, then was it 46 for this plot of land? But I'm thinking there's a lot of open area here. rather than cluttering up the farm area anymore. I might do that, you know. That would make sense, wouldn't it? We're going to make a bit of money on doing that sowing contract. So I'm thinking, let's go in, purchase that plot of land, all of that, which is pretty cool, for 43. Do that. And now, if we go into here, production, it's this one here. I used it on Silver Run, didn't I? I'm sure it was on Silver Run. 25 grand. It fits in absolutely perfectly. You wouldn't have to worry. Put a little bit of a gap there. If I put it there, or have we got space up here? I mean, there's plenty of room up here, isn't there? Maybe up here. You know what? I'm putting it there. Brilliant. So that's our new all-in-one. I haven't even checked to see if it will do sugar. I'm pretty sure it does almost everything. He says. Maybe we could put a slurry yard in up here or something. Well, I'll have a look and see what's available for slurry. And we'll try and boost the money up a little bit. I need more sugar production. Because I need it for doing the cornbread, but I also need it for the juice factory as well. And that was the whole point. And anything over and above we can sell. So, yeah. I wasn't going to show this, but I've actually loaded, rather than sell the first load, then get the rest. I've just come along. I've put the sweet cornbread on, the cornbread on. We've got our bread on, and I've got the carrot planter out front. So I'm going to take that all. I think it should all go to the little store just along here. I have got a wool pallet and another butter pallet has spawned, and it's something dawned to me. Now I've put that all-in-one production in, I can do fabric. So what I might do is start bringing the wool, rather than just selling the wool. I'll bring the wool to do fabric, and then we can hopefully make a bit of money doing that as well. Again, so production is there, it's part of it. I was just going to use it for sugar, so as just a sugar factory, but you know what, might as well. And let's get rocking and rolling with all this, shall we? What did we make last time? It was 80 odd grand, wasn't it? Something like that. Something mad. That's all still going. What were we on? 108 when we came in? Something like that. $51, $52. Another 19. What's that? 60, 71 grand? Who says productions aren't worth it? So that's covered the cost of the new bit of land and the new production building. Right, speaking off. What I'm going to do now, because I've got sugar beet in my root crop storage, I've got carrot and sugar beet in there. I'm going to take the first lot of sugar beet up. I'm going to have to do some sugar beet cut, because that production will do sugar from sugar beet and sugar beet cut, whereas the little farm productions building doesn't. So when we get some of the sugar beet out of that production building, I'm doing that in little bunny rabbit ears, then we'll I'll cut some. Whether I'll get one of the, I'm trying to think, let's get a beet, one of the beet cut trailers. Yeah, that'd be easier, wouldn't it? I'll just do that. We'll run it through a trailer into there, and I'll have two processes running, so we should get more sugar quicker. It was my own fault. You know, when I bought the farm production one, I thought it's a nice small building. It'll fit in where it was. It wasn't too expensive, but it's just too slow. I definitely need something faster. What we'll do is we'll get some carrot in this. We'll come back to field 30 to do that. But I need to get the sugar beet over first, get that running, and then I'll look at the sugar beet cut situation. I'm trying to think if we've got anything already installed. There are various different facilities. I've got my butter and my wool in the back of the pickup, which I'll take in a moment. Have I got some seed? I think I have, haven't I? Yeah, I've got a little bit of seed left. Not much, I might have to buy some. FS22 in there. I'll drive through. I've got no more power. Oh, that's the thing I've got to do while we're here, before I get the sugar going. Haven't shown the fruit, have I? The fruits of our labours. No, wrong one. That, I want to do that. We want to do... No, drop it. I'm going to switch over onto the other one, I think. Oh, that still needs some repair and some fuel. Have I got any fuel in the tank? Let's go and see if we've got any. Just top that up before we head off. I'm not too bothered about the... Well, I'm not too bothered, of course I am, about the repair, but we need fuel. Yeah, we've got some. I don't have to fill it right up, but I'll do it for the time being. I don't know why I didn't drive past and then reverse, that was weird. I think I thought it was the other way around. And considering I just dropped it off, that seems a bit peculiar, doesn't it? Right, so, our fruit, yeah, so our pineapple, lemon and oranges. And they do look very cool. There you go, there's our pineapples. Then we've got, I've already started stacking some, our lemon and orange. Very nice indeed. So, I'll go with 3. I'll take the risk doing another one. I should go, is it here? Get the rest in, and then when I've got some more sugar, I'll get the sugar. But some of the others I can get running. It's only lemonade that requires sugar. And then the other 2 juices, the orange and the pineapple, I think, just run as they are, if I recall correctly from the last one. Oh, I thought it was there. It's only registering the bottom box. And as I said, what I'm going to do is bounce between my daily fertilizer, my daily manure production from the cows. One day it will come into the greenhouses, the next day it will go to my fertilizer production. That go. So we should go to there. So, orange juice, we can get going. Lemonade, like I say, that's going to require some sugar. That's why I need the sugar factory as well for my sugar, my sweet cornbread, and then over here for lemonade. But what I'll do now is move some pineapple juice over. We'll get that running, so we get some juice. There's juice loose about this house. Put that John Deere right in the wrong place. I was going to put that sugar all in one production. I was going to put it on this plot here. I was just going to put it here, and I thought, you know what, we are cluttering this up a little bit. And in hindsight, when somebody said to me, why did you put the soup factory at the main farm, I just wanted it here on site. I just thought, you know, I wanted to add to what was here. But in retrospect, I think buying that plot of land up there for 46 grand, whether this would have fitted on there, because it's quite a big facility, I don't know, but I wish I had done. But as I was saying, I've got in here storage. I've got 97,000 litres of sugar beet, so I'll take some over and we'll get that sugar going, and then I will cut some, and then hopefully, like I say, before we demolish this building, we'll try and get the sugar cane out of here. There's sugar cane and water, but I'll lose some of it, but You know what? It's fine as long as I get the sugar beet out of it. I know I can't technically take the sugar cane out or sugar beet out of it, but I will be taking the sugar beet out of it. If you catch my drift. Know what I mean? Say no more, say no more. How did I get the last ones? No problem at all. And then this one, I can't get to line up. That's off a little bit, but that'll do. Ooh, it's not liking that. It's better. I wasn't going to do 4, but I'm going to with this one. Anyway, you've seen me doing enough fork lifting. I'll see when I've got some sugar beet. And then hopefully I'll finish off starting on that carrot sowing. Get that done as well. Oh, I didn't show you my corn. My corn's growing. That massive cornfield I planted. Weirdly, I ploughed that entire... No. That's why you don't do 4. I'll put 1 on. I'll come back for the rest in a minute. Just too busy talking. Yeah, I've got this weird ring of weeds around. Now, I ploughed that entire field. But right around the outside of it, for some bizarre reason... pineapple juice, there we go, get that running as well. If I go to the map and show you. So this big field here, we'll do that and that. Look, got this little ring of weeds all the way around the outside. How bizarre is that? I'm pretty sure it says they're small, so what I might need to do is maybe just get a small weeder and just run over the edge of that. Just, I mean, it's not a huge amount, but just in case, I'll get those other 2 in a moment. Right. Oh, shut! I mean, you've seen corn growing before, but again, I'm just very proud of it. I like the textures and stuff on here. And you'll see the weeds just around the edge. It's very odd. This will be a massive corn harvest, but hey, look, all around the edge, just a little ring of weeds. I'm sure that says weed small weeder, so that's not going to require a hoe. So if I can just get myself a tiny little weeder, I'll run around the outside, get that done. But yeah. Once I've gone around the outside of field 30, I might get a worker going to get the rest of the carrots going on. Am I going to need some more seed? Maybe not for doing the contract, because it doesn't take a huge amount this, but it goes a very long way, I have noticed. Let's get that one filled. This is going to take some time. That's something. If I hire a worker, actually, you know what I might do? I'm going to hire a worker now. We'll see how far it gets till it runs out, and while that's doing that, I can get on with the other jobs. Yeah. It should be alright for turning around and go straight. As long as it doesn't turn right, which it's just bound to, isn't it? Rather than go left and just keep going, it will turn right and end up in the trees, won't it? AI workers. Say no more. First load of sugar beet coming in. I was thinking, I was looking at the slurry yard for selling the slurry. You know my fertilizer production I've got at the farm, where I take my manure and turn it into solid fertilizer or chemical fertilizer. There's one that takes slurry and changes it into chemical fertilizer. I don't know what the rate is, but as I've said before, chemical fertilizer goes a lot further, and if I get fertilizing contracts, I can make money back. So I'm thinking that might not be a bad investment. The other thing I'm going to do is I've brought up the wool that's in here and the butter I put into the bakery. We can get this off and running, at least the first bit of sugar. Oh no, don't want that. Mine's gone blank. Tip side back, not grain door, that's what I want. There we go. Get that in. And it's the door here, isn't it? There we go. So, as you can see, it's an all-in-one production, but I want to run sugar beet sugar. I'll get that running. I'm going to bring up the next load, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to lease the cutter. Now, this is under, I've used these before, I think, under auger wagons. If you've got it installed, it takes all those trailers and turns them into sugar beet cutters. That one's the cheapest option, and to lease that, 3,876. Worth it because of what we'll get back. So what I'll do is my next load I'll go and get from the farm, because we had, what was it, 97,000 litres, didn't we, in storage? I'll get that and I'll cut that into there. And then what I'll probably do is, if you remember when I did all my sugar beet, or sugar beet and potato harvesting, when I did all the harvest contracts before, and I had it all stored in the main silo there, I then took it from the main silo there and put it into my root crop storage at the farm, because I have my carrots there and that's where I was running my sugar. I might have to bring a load back and put it into that silo, because that would make perfect sense. If I open that up, I'll take that back to the farm. I bought the slower of the two John Deeres. I probably would have made more sense having the other one. This only goes top speed of 19, but that's alright. I'll fill this up and then bring it back, and then we'll cut that into that silo, so we'll have double productions, faster speed as well, so we'll be getting our sugar done way quicker. Happy with that. And I think while we're over there, what I might do, I forgot, you know what I was going to do, because I don't use them very often, and I completely forgot. Weeders. Have we got just a little, that one does small weeds, doesn't it? 6 metre, how much is that? I'm going to swing back around, put it on the front. I can do the weeding around my cornfield as well. Back at the farm, loaded up. I take back what I said earlier on. Mods have just dropped. There's not many at all. I don't understand. I was told with some assurity that there was going to be loads. But I don't know. So what I'm thinking, yeah, like I said, is putting another one of these in and running more fertilizer. If I put it in next to it, just here, a lot of stuff going in today. This is cool. If this was under, there we go. So here, from digestate, manure or slurry, 45 grand. If I put it right next to that one, not too expensive. Do a bit of landscaping on it. So the 129,000 litres of slurry I've got, if we click on there, I lose half of it. So we're going to end up with over 60,000 litres of fertiliser. And they're continually making slurry from the cows. So that's a no-brainer. That's... yeah, absolute no-brainer. Right. I'm going to switch over the lorries now. Lorries, tractors. Get the cover on that. I might clip through that. That's not good. We'll get that back. We'll get that cut and put in, and I think that will be probably it. My oh, is it still running? I'm sure it's still running. Running. Let's make sure this works. Then we'll get onto the mods. How peculiar. Right, let's give that a go. To be fair, I've got an absolute mountain of silage as well, which I still haven't used because I've got silage bales and stuff everywhere. Please work. Me and weeds have a very tenuous relationship. Please go away. Yes! So if I just whiz around the outside, if we just check on the old Mappadoodle, that is going. That's running, that's going well, that. Yep. Take a little bit of the grass out. If I stay right close to the edge, we should be fine. Right, I know that's working. That's cool. Let's get that rest of that sugar beet back and let's get it cut. We're getting there. We're getting there. There's a lot going on today. A lot going on. When I came on here, I was racking my brains thinking, right, what was my next step? What am I going to do? And I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do. And then all of a sudden, it's one of those. Everything's just gone barking mad at the same time. I love the fact that this thing reverses faster than most tractors go forward. Vicon. Let's go. Let's do this. Pipe out. As far as I know, I think I just unload it and it should... Is that doing sugar beet cut? I think it's doing sugar beet cut. Best way to find out. Where's our incoming materials? Yeah, there you go. Sugar beet cut. So scroll all the way down to there. Turn that on as well. Then go down to here. Sugar. Should be a lot quicker. Now we've got both running. Both are about 33,000 litres in. I've got a load more to bring up here, so I can bring a whole load more and get it all running. But I think we needed more. Oh, we've got one already. Hang on, what's that? Question. How have we got... Okay, I'm confused. How have we got flour? Incoming material. 119 litres. Oh, no, I know what it is. Did we go over the hour? We did. It's because I've got my facility over here, which is producing flour, is on distributing. So it's distributing from there to the bakery. What it's decided to do now... Not the flour, that's... Why is it distributing? Because that's a production. Oh, because I can do bread and stuff from here as well. So it's distributing the flour to the bakery and to here. So what I need is for that to go back in. Can I pick that up? No. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, well, that's the strange situation. I've got a load more stuff to sort out, but yeah, we needed sugar. We've got sugar being produced. We've got some more facilities going in. Next episode, I've got slurry to move into that to get some more fertilizer running. Got my weeding to do. Got to finish off that carrot contract, and then we'll see where we are. Yeah, I'm going to go and get some more sugar beet. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.